Hey, howdy, and welcome back to another episode of Red Gaming. As the thunderstorm starts. Well, we're back here once again in SkyFactory for Sky Islands with Red, who happens to have versions of both of us that just swap backwards and forwards. Why are they swapping backwards
I'm
and
changing
forwards?
them, since I can only swing the one in my left hand, I'm changing them for whoever's talking.
That makes more sense.
And back to me again.
Okay, well, I'm going to switch out of that mode. So today we're going to do another time lapse. We're going to try and get some more height into the castle. Yeah, and Red's going to do some more terraforming. Hopefully plant some trees.
And hopefully this time it won't take me half an hour just to build a bridge. Although I do really like the bridge I made.
Well, yes, it was a pretty decent bridge.
They gave me too many options.
Yes, well, at least this particular version of Minecraft, we didn't have to add more mods to give you more options.
Yes. If anything, I think we need to clear some of the options because there's just too many.
Alright, next time I'll give you a few hours off camera to pick your design.
Yes, yeah, that is a fun, tricky bit. Get in and, okay, make something. Perform, my little monkey. Okay.
We were short on time, okay? Also, these logs are probably, at least at the other end, are probably not quite where you wanted them because of me tilting trees.
Oh yeah, that's all good. This was just to get a rough idea of how many trees I could do in the area with it being big, how thick it would end up and everything.
Yeah. Okay, well, shall we, well, I guess get to it.
We shall indeed. Whoa, Mr. Pip.
Yeah?
I want to rebuild our castle. Can we rebuild the castle?
Why? What have you
come on out here,
found?
yeah. Look at what I found.
Oh,
Okay.
you rat
How much of like a
bastard.
castle does this look?
Son of a Quiznak.
I have many options. You should never have let me play with the chisel.
You know what? We can build other things around the castle out of that stuff.
I mean, we have a certain monster egg infestation anyway.
Oh, but I really don't want to break down the entire castle and rebuild it.
I know. We
Because that's internal and external. That's everything. The entire building.
Yeah, I know. But it's so pretty. There's options. It's okay. We don't have to rebuild the castle.
We don't necessarily have to redo the internal walls, would we?
No, it would just be the outside of the castle. And hypothetically, since we have already built the castle, we could just creative mode it, I suppose. Make up a batch of each of these that we want, go into creative one day and just zip around the castle, do it. Doesn't need to be right now, because when it's in creative, it wouldn't matter either way.
You know what? After this record session, you're going to teach me how to install... We're going to install World Edit into this world. So that you can figure out those particular blocks and particularly randomize the walls.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can probably do that. But yes, I just thought I should show you. Very pretty. Okay,
they are very pretty. Actually, I'm torn because I like the crispness of this castle.
Yeah.
But I also like old rundown castle as well, so...
Well, I mean, if you want a more crisp version, you do something more like this, with, and...
So what we did with the other castle.
There we go. So it's mostly crisp, but there's a little bit of damage here and there.
How do those blocks... How does this... Oh wow, they're massively different.
Yeah, these ones are made from cobble with my chisel. I don't know what would happen if I stone bricked some... so if I chiseled some stone brick. Who knows what that would do. You're just opening even more possibilities if you let me play with that. I want to bung us a stone brick quickly, and I'll find out what I can do with that. That's plenty.
I have 4.
Whoa, that's trippy. Right. Well, you got anything from your typical sort of chiseled stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, stuff like that. But then we also have... Look at a couple of these next to each other. So you got... That's your standard one there. But you still have that option, and it
perfect.
a little more with it. So yeah, we can also.
We will just go through the castle and replace some of the blocks with that.
Yeah.
Done. Solved. Solved. That's a later problem.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's. Oh, you've run away. Oh, no. Here you go. Here's your stone bricks back.
I can't pick up the fancy ones though. Because my inventory's full of stone bricks. Okay, back to construction.
And back to...
Can I steal you for a second? I just want to ask a question on stream, on video.
Yeah, sure thing.
Just
do you want
turn
me
around and look up
where
at
you
the
are?
wall.
Yep.
Hey, good question. Do you think this
Yeah.
is tall enough to send the... So those two side circular rooms where the storinator and the furnace are, they
Yeah.
all sort of arch outwards on the sides of the castle and become separate towers. Do you think
Okay.
this is tall enough to start doing that, or should I go taller?
I would think so. I don't really know. This is a bad angle for me to say because looking up at it, it looks simultaneously infinitely tall and a little bit short and squat. So I
Yeah,
don't know how big it is from here, but maybe.
short and squat's what's got me worried, but I also don't want to make this too humongous. For reference, we are almost as tall as the tower,
Yeah,
the
no.
bridge tower.
Yeah, I'm just having a look here. I think it's tall enough. Yeah, it looks like it should be fine.
Okay. I just got to figure out how on earth to do that.
That's all good. I gotta figure out why my tree's not growing. Experiment for another day.
Oof. Okay. I have my template. You want to wrap around the front real quick and tell me what you think of the way
Yeah.
this wall pops out?
Around the front.
Then look at the tower behind you now. What do you think of that profile for the tower?
Hard to tell, but right now not a fan of it. But that's because I could just be looking at a very simplistic thing.
Okay. What do you suggest?
If it's going to be on that corner, I would have the first part of it actually looping out this way more and then coming around. Because that's a rounded corner and then you've got a flat bit coming out of it. So like I would be considering, so I just whip it up on the ground here. Something more like
I'll bring it out one more
that,
where it starts.
and then you would, oops,
I'm down there to see that.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get you to quickly pop down for a sec, but
You know what? I should probably just get you to come up and build the profile because you are so much better at that.
yeah, but then I'm not terraforming and that's just gonna fall behind as well and stuff, but So you want something like that, and then on this layer that I've just built, you would want to go 2 high, and then you would have 1 more out after this. And see how it gives that kind of, it would look like it's attached to the building but curling around a little bit more.
My aim was more sort of, oh, okay, yeah, no, it looks horrible from here.
Yes.
It's the double threes, I think, is the problem. Or maybe I went 3 too early.
Well, it's that, but it's also like when you have it sticking out like that, it basically looks like a castle has horns rather than towers that are naturally built into the castle.
Well, eventually they're going to separate from the castle. That's the aim.
How? Separate how?
As in, there'll be a gap between the tower and the main body of the castle.
Oh, okay. That seems weird.
Okay, maybe not then.
So you would just have like a floating bit of a tower out from the castle?
Yeah, that builds up off of the side of the castle.
Yeah,
Think
no,
like
that's
your
what I'm trying to figure out.
fairy
So
tale
is it attached to the castle or is it not? Because you're saying you want it eventually floating separate from the castle, but then you're also saying but
It'll
built
still
off
be
the side of the
attached.
castle. Okay, well yeah, if you want it attached, you need to be pretty intentional with how you attach it, otherwise it looks kind of higgledy-piggledy.
Well, the design I have, you know, like your fairy tale castles where it sort of goes up and then it sort of branches, curls outwards.
Okay, well yeah, if that's the case, that's also definitely the wrong shape, because those ones you want a supporting arch underneath and a flat connection for those normally. So those normally connect with, just to do a horizontal one because it'll be easier. Oops, don't want you there. Those would normally connect with an archway that starts steep, goes up to a smoother, goes flat for a little bit, comes back down, and then on top of that you would have the flat bridge that everyone runs across to get from tower to tower. And underneath that you would still...
different tower.
Yeah. It would be separate, but you would have to have a connecting thing like that. And normally the ones that you see in like fantasy castles have that arching bit on the bottom, a flat bit across the top that people use to walk to said tower. And then the base of that tower you would want to have sort of a spiky bit at the bottom, a bit like we've done under this island.
So what I'm hearing is it'll be better if I just make it all up rounder as I go up.
A lot rounder is the simpler way. If you round it to the corner, you don't have to make a bridging archway. The bridging archway is hard.
Okay, well I think that's what we're going to call it. So let's go and have a look at what you've been up to.
Yeah, sure thing. We'll swing out here and swing around to the left for starters. May as well go past in the order that I was doing things. So we've been working here on a nice little cliff edge. There we go.
Yeah.
Nothing special behind it, so definitely no reason to have a peek around the back or anything.
No.
But yeah, got this nice little cliff edge here that I'm going to have a couple of trees on and stuff just to curl us closer in to the end of the path here.
Yep.
We've got our nice little bridge here. Quite lovely, really. And I quite like the mineral trees. I just want to reshape it a little bit because right now it looks like a big old ball of fairy floss.
Yeah.
Then we enter the big tree forest, which is where you go underground normally. But this time we're going to go over the top because there's not really
needs a bit of thickening up.
Yeah. So this part will be almost impenetrable when I finish putting the trees up to try to entice you to take the underground route instead.
Yep. Lovely.
Then we pop out this side. We got our nice little apple tree here with a nice big oak behind it, and then order up on one enchanted willow. Still got to wait for the vines to grow on down, but I think that's a pretty nice enchanted tree.
Yeah, considering it's diamond. Diamond.
Yeah. Diamond with glowstone mushrooms in it for fruit bits, and then vines hanging off. I've got a bit of everything there.
Oh, it's very nice.
So yeah, that's what we've done on the outside here. Anything you wanted me to tour on the inside? Or has it all been more technical stuff?
It's literally just been wall.
Wall, yeah.
That is what I did. That lovely wall all the way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's not much to what I did. But what I'm going to do now is find a nice little spot. Oh,
I could have warned you, but it was just too fun.
And you're going to make me one of those lovely capes next episode.
Yeah, Traveler's Cloak. You mean you want to be able to do this and...
Yeah, I do. Let me try that again. Nice little F1 shot for the outro, and thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned for some more content coming out shortly. We've got Minecraft every single Monday. I keep saying this, but hopefully soon we will have another series put up, even if it's just random building in Pixelmon. There will be something coming in the nearish future. Also check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.